Okay everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel today. We're back on Project Cars 2 and we're back with another setup in the GT3 class driving at Monza. Today's video we're going to be doing the Nissan GTR GT3. I've really enjoyed driving this car. Probably one of the more enjoyable cars I've driven on the game so far. It seems to be reasonably competitive as well, especially at this track. It feels really nice through the corners as well. So I think this could be a reasonably stable car for most tracks, but I still wouldn't pick this car as my favourite car at this track so far. I still would go with the Mercedes AMG GT3 from what I've tried. Although the Mercedes wasn't the fastest, the Ferrari was faster, I just felt more comfortable with Mercedes. At this track it felt more consistent at being able to put good laps in, and I actually think I could have got the Mercedes a bit better than what I did the Ferrari lap. But this again, very slight errors on the lap. Really frustrating this one because I had two runs that were 100% on for a late 45.9, something like that, and we ran wide out. If you're just going through the fast chicane now that we're going through, as you go out the final bit of it, we literally an inch out on the right hand tyre, the rear tyre, just there on the lap that we did, where we would have been easily in the 45. So you could see the ghost was way in the mirror, but it is what it is, and I just gave up trying to push for that 45 for now because I wanted to get this video out, keep rolling out these daily videos on GT Sport, Essentials and Project Cars, etc. So what we'll do now is we're going to go through a very quick track guide as we watch the lap at full speed, and then we'll go through the setup and I'll point out some of the base setup changes that I've made. I've not gone too in depth on the suspension. Again, this is more of a base setup, just simple changes that you're going to want to make for Monza and that you guys can then adjust to your preference. So we'll go through to the start of the lap. First thing you need to do obviously is try and get a nice clean exit from the final corner. So exit the corner, you can see there, apologies for sniffling again, I've still got man flu and I'm just hopefully I'll get rid of this soon, but I just want to keep rolling these videos out. So going into turn 1, we're going to look for the 150 board on the left hand side. We're going to brake just short of that 150 board. Again with this car you want to make sure you get, it's more of a slow in fast out concept again with as it is with most cars and corners. So going through that chicane, we really got on the power nice and early in second gear there. You can see with the setup we're running, you can really stamp on that power. You really do need to stamp on the power with this car. Don't be afraid to get the foot down really hard coming out some of these corners. Accelerating into the next corner. Again, we're going to look for the bridge, braking just short of that bridge above our head there. Down into second gear once we approach the corner there. Third gear, then second gear. Try and take as much of that curb off as you can. We made a mistake on that corner. You can see the ghost. We really didn't get that corner right at all. Going into the first les mode, down into third gear. Try and get nice early apex. Get on the power nice and early. We did that reasonably well. And this is the corner that really got us the time back. Down into third gear. Skim the apex of that curb and really get on the power early. You can see how well we did that there. We absolutely nailed that corner. I couldn't do that corner. I could match it, but I couldn't beat that corner on any other times that I did the lap. So I know I pretty much got the max out of that corner. Then downshift it into third gear on that bridge there. Down, try and take a bit of the curb off. Get the car over to the right hand side. Try and stay to that curb as long as possible before throwing it into the final part of the chicane. Just avoid running too far wide out there. That's where you're going to get your penalties, and that's where we lost a lot of time on getting invalidated laps. Now we're going to look for the 100 board on the left, break it down into third gear. We mess this up again. This is the final corner we've got. We tried to go in really fast, missed the apex, luckily got on the power reasonably okay, but look at the ghost behind us, it's right back on us. So I think without them mistakes on the chicane and also on that corner, on the second chicane in that corner, we would have been looking easily at 45. It was just, I just couldn't get the lap fully together and it was frustrating me, so I just left it. And I think if it came back another day, we'd be able to get it fairly simple. So you can see that lap put us to the world record time, #1 on the leaderboard. So we were happy with that anyway. So looking at setup changes, we did lower the rear tyre pressure slightly to get a bit more grip to the rear for this track. 88% brake pressure, 64, 36 for the balance. 2015, you're going to need to adjust them vents, remember, for doing any longer races. Cambers, we went right down on the camber angles, and also the caster angles as well. We went right down to give us a bit more stability down the straight. Ride height's been adjusted, obviously, to give us more grip on the rear, because we were only running one aero on the rear downforce. And we upped the anti-roll bars and the front suspension slightly to give us more stiffness at the front and a little softer at the rear, just because that's what you want at a track like Monza. Bump stops slightly adjusted, nothing major. Again, engine braking, we put it all the way up to 5. That's the maximum setting with this car. I would have liked to go higher, but this car doesn't allow that. With regards to traction control, 32%. I found that to be a really nice balance. And power ramp 65, and the coast all the way down to 20 again for this track. I wanted more support and preload on 60 there, as you can see. It felt really nice and stable. There's two versions of that 60 preload, so just try out which one you prefer. I was messing around, it kept going back and two. I just couldn't really work out which one was faster, but they were both reasonably similar, and I'm sure you'll find your preference. Anyway, guys, I hope this setup helps you out. I hope it gives you some more speed at the track in this car. This car is definitely capable of being competitive here. It's a few tenths down on the Mercedes and the Ferrari, but I think I could have got it into the 45.9 if I would have just got that final that corner just perfect without running wide on them couple of laps I did, and also on the lap I did I made a few stupid errors, but we managed to get it back with a really nice corner out the second Lesmo. So this car's got a lot of potential here. It's basically, it's not the fastest down the straights. The Mercedes was faster, but it's got a real nice balance to the car, so you can really throw it through some of the corners and get on the car nice and early. So it is competitive, and I'm actually surprised how close the BOP is on this track. I expected there to be a bigger gap so far. So far from what I've tested, the cars are a lot closer than what I expected. So although the BOP is a little bit in favour of some cars, I don't think it's as bad as what some people make out. I think it's just that you'll find that the top drivers will always go the fastest car, so then they're going to be faster than the other people, and it just kind of works out like that. But overall, I was really happy with this car here, and I hope you guys are happy with it as well. Thanks again for watching this video. We're going to be back with more GT Sport, Assetto Corsa and Project Cars 2 videos very soon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be back soon.
Control.